Hey there, just an update. Hope you're doing okay. If at all you ever think you're alone in all this, and there's a few of you out there, I know that maybe this is easy, maybe it isn't, but I can't tell unless you communicate with me. Of course, you can email me. I always enjoy it when I get a chance to visit with you. So anyway, you can call me on my cell phone that I've given you. You can call me in the office. Leave a message if you do, and I'll at my first convenience I certainly will get back to you. I really enjoy this class. I've been in business for a long time, and this isn't actually the most passionate subject. But I do know, and you've heard me say this before, that accurate records and that sort of thing the payoffs for having accurate records enable you to do a lot of things. And the number one thing is, as I've said before, is that your decision making in management is they can make it so much easier when there isn't the chaos, and you know where you're at and you know where you're headed, and you can make some real objective goals by the numbers, by a date, and that sort of thing. And that's going to just pay off many times over. I can just guarantee you that, if you can get a handle on this. And if you're just building your business and it's simple, if you just start structuring your business so that in the beginning it's that way, it's a whole lot easier than going back, hiring an accountant, maybe getting a bookkeeper to come in, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, if it's simple, you can do it. It's with the modern day software out there and that sort of thing, you certainly can do all those things. And, I'm just a phone call away. I'm not an accountant, but I can certainly probably steer you in the right way. If we can't fix whatever you've got going on, then we'll find somebody that can. But anyway, we're going to talk about the cash flow this week. And this is a really important statement. It's a little bit different than the balance sheet, and quite a bit different than the balance sheet and the income statement. And the balance sheet, of course, is just a snapshot. It's one moment in time, and we periodically will actually bring a balance sheet up and see what our numbers tell us. We might run some analytics on it. Some simple ones is the ones I always like to run on mine, and see where we're headed. We can set that as a goal, so one that we can reach. Maybe we want to increase our owner's equity. We want to decrease our debt to asset ratios, those kinds of things. And then the income statement is over a period of time. A typical income statement or profit and loss statement is going to be over your fiscal year. Maybe January through December is probably the most used fiscal year of any business or small businesses like we deal with for the most part. The cash flow is, for most people, also that same fiscal period, January to December, unless your fiscal year is different or your production year is different. So we're going to run a monthly cash flow. And many people say, well, you can have an annual cash flow, and that's certainly true, but it doesn't tell you a whole lot of things. Cash flow, as you're going to find out if you don't already know, is going to measure all the cash that goes out of the business and comes into the business, and all the cash that's available to you. And this is really an important instrument in figuring out when we have deficiencies and we have surpluses, so that we can plan either our borrowing and our spending around that kind of a resource. So anyway, cash flow it doesn't measure profitability. It just measures actual cash. It's a cash statement. If it ain't cash, it don't go on there. Okay? So anyway, If you have any questions on that, give me a call, okay? My office number is 307-268-3128. Look forward to hearing from you and taking a look at what you have to offer for your cash flows.